Welcome back to the episode of the Spanning Village Hardcore series, where in the last episode we built this automatic sorting warehouse. So today we're gonna actually put it to use. But before we could do that, you guys know what time it is, because at the beginning of every episode of the series, I've been building a villager house and chucking in a brand new mob in each one of the houses. So let's go build another one. What is happening? What? Oh my god. There's lava in this chicken area. I was coming to grab it. Okay, cue the epic music. We got this. Oh, what? How? What? Where did it spread from? Oh my god, this again burned through? Okay, well, I guess for now we're gonna put this farm out of commission because there's no way I'm gonna let this happen again. All I wanted was some eggs for my house, man. Oh, at least my actual farms are intact, but okay, Snowman's here and everyone else has escaped. We're gonna try to keep this little piggy in though, because I was gonna use them for my next house. And I'm gonna get this other piggy back in like this. Beautiful. All right, well, let's take oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Listen, we'll deal with that in the next episode. So if you're already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. But for now, we're just concerned about getting our little dude Buck, his new home and making sure he's nice and cozy. Because today we're going to be filling up a good chunk of these chests with mob drops from the most OP mob farm in Minecraft. Oh, and after excruciatingly collecting all the materials, we are ready to begin building farm number 1. That's right, I said the first farm because we're actually building 2 of the most OP farms in Minecraft. Now, the reason we're building 2 is because it's just lame to build 1 farm nowadays in hardcore. So we're doubling them up and putting them right beside each other. Now, they are literally identical farms, but with the way their AFK works, you can just kind of plop them right beside each other, and they're basically going to give us double the drops, coming in right around 20,000 per hour with these 2 farms combined. And this is really similar to the creeper farm I've built a handful of times. So I'll try to keep you guys updated along the way with how things are going along with this build. And I'm actually going to time myself in case you all want to build this farm for yourself, because this is a Shulker Craft farm design, the channel that makes amazing Minecraft tutorials. And so if you're interested in building this farm yourself, then you'll have a rough estimate of how long it'll take for you to construct this. Alrighty, so the, I guess, killing platform chamber is done. We're gonna be building a huge column here of spawning platforms. Mobs are gonna get pushed off. They're gonna go right into the middle where they're gonna be burning here. I believe witches can spawn in this, but witches don't burn. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that. But now that this is out of the way, it's time for the super tedious part of building up all of these layers. Now, this design might seem super familiar, and that's because it is literally the exact same creeper farm design you all have probably seen over the last few years, but the only difference is we don't have to do any sort of glass pillars or trap doors, because that is spawn proofing all of the mobs except creepers to make it a creeper farm. So this is just a general mob farm that will have skeletons, zombies, creepers, you name it. This thing will have it spawning. Of course, though, not Enderman, because no one would want Enderman spawning in the overworld in one of these farms. We'll save an Enderman farm for a later date. And that is all of the layers. I think we've spent about 25 minutes on this so far. And all we have left is the roof and the redstone, which shouldn't take too long, but in the 1.18 update, it changed how mobs spawn, and they need a light level of 0. And so I'm gonna have to build a 43 by 43 roof. It's like 2,000 slabs almost, just to get this roof in place. So once we have that in place, we'll chuck in the redstone, and then this farm will be up and running. Also, I just took a peek over. Look what's still working, our iron golem farm. So I think if we're AFKing this, it should still produce iron over at the farm just because I'm building this so close to my base, which I really hope building it super close to my base at the end of the day doesn't have like a huge negative impact. But I guess only time will tell. Lol, our first mob. Is that actually the first mob? There might be some, I don't know. I don't think they can actually hop off. I think that spider just like tracked me and just said, I'm out of here, bro. All right, and this should be it for the farm. Once we turn this on, the water will start flowing. And yep, there is the water. So that I think it's like every 10 or so seconds the water will turn on and turn off and on and on and off. So that's how the mobs will spawn and then push down into the area below. Now I'm gonna quickly just double check all the layers, make sure things are working properly, remove any extra blocks, as that is just gonna ruin all this. I had a feeling that might happen. Oh my gosh, do not explode, do not explode. Go in the hole. All right, that's looking good. Make sure you move any blocks that mobs can spawn on. All right, we've got a few random mob drops already in here. But to really get this bad boy going, we got to go right the way up like 100 and something blocks and set up our AFK system. Oh, and that is beautiful. A mending elytra, which we can use to fly on down to our sugarcane, harvest it, and make some much needed fireworks. Now, the reason I'm making this a mob farm and not just a creeper farm is because, well, honestly, it's all fine and dandy to have like 8 million gunpowder, but when you really need bones or string or spider eyes and you don't have a means of getting it, it's really frustrating. So I thought I'd make this all in one farm, and this should be the perfect AFK platform to use so that we can AFK both farms at the same time. And of course, this one hasn't been built just quite yet, but I'm gonna do a 10-minute AFK test and see what we're looking at for the drop rates. All right, it's been 10 minutes, and I also forgot to mention this farm took an hour to build. From literal start to finish of building the farm and everything, 1 hour. Okay, so holy, just flying, we see a bajillion mobs there. So hopefully this is a good sign. Oh my gosh, you're basically a full first row. This is like 27 stacks of items here in 10 minutes. Wait, why is there a chicken? Anyways, just listen to that. Oh my goodness. And then we have some witches, which I guess if you just use your sword and oh, don't blow up, don't blow up. Ow! You really got to get up on in there to kill those witches. Holy crap. But see, now if I need bone meal, we got that covered. If I need string for other projects, we got that covered. Arrows, gunpowder, we got it all now. Not just one little measly mob drop. And since you guys already know how these farms are built, I didn't want to bore you all with a build of the exact same design, but as you can see, the dual mega mob farm is complete, and we're gonna run another experiment as I've emptied out, or I just emptied out all of the chests here at the bottom, meaning it'll give us a really good accurate measurement of just how many drops this farm can produce in about an hour. And would you look at that, in 15 minutes, this is all that we got. And after some quick tabulation, this comes out to 13,100 items per hour. Now, I was estimating somewhere in the ballpark of like 20,000, but then again, with the mob cap and how spawning works in Minecraft, I'm not really surprised that adding a second farm didn't entirely double the production rates, but still, 13,000 drops an hour is way more than enough than we're gonna ever need. So all that's left is to make the dock that extends out to there, figure out a rail system that will incorporate into our warehouse, and get these 13,000 items per hour sorted. Wait, why am I collecting wood? I have bones and bone meal now. I can make a tree farm. And I'm also gonna fly back here and go get the dog because I really want a pet. He's still here, buddy. Yay! All right, we're not forever alone on this world. Okay, this might be a bit of a problem. All right, now these two paths that I'm building, these are going to be the incoming items and the returning minecarts, or hopefully returning minecarts. I'm still trying to figure out in my mind how this system's gonna work. I know there are automatic item loaders for things like chest minecarts, so we'll definitely have to do a bit of experimenting, but we have the iron and resources to experiment with, so I'm not too concerned. This has to be one of the most disturbing sounds in all of Minecraft. Just listen. Dude, just shivers me timbers. But I need it for my build, so I have to endure. All right, but you'll see why I need the mud bricks. Do this cool little gate design. Traveled far and wide to get that. But the rails are laid down. The path is laid down. The sides are laid down. As you can see, we've lined it up perfectly to go into the underground of the warehouse. Now, since I didn't plan this in the construction of the warehouse, we're kind of having to jerry-rig it to where I could still access all of these items over here. There's just going to have to be some sort of rail system that guides these rails up top. However, once these rails are up top here, we are going to create some automatic unloading stations so that when they are unloaded, we can just send them right back down to be used for future item shipments. Nah, bro, this got to be a glitch, man. How did 82... This is like round 100 of Call of Duty zombies at the bottom of my... I was just trying to, like, empty out my iron, you know? Put it in my warehouse. Now I'm gonna die. That's lovely. Who needs a mob farm when you got this going on? I've also gone ahead and sorted all of the different mob drops that we currently get at our farms. So, as you see, things are already filing their way into place. Now, all that's left is to tidy up this rail system, and our 13,000 drop per hour monstrosity will be done. All right, now my man, are you okay? Oh, shoot. Okay, he's not okay. What I was gonna say is I've spent way too long researching a way to automatically unload any items that come up here. And there might actually be... Oh, wait. But for the sake of today, I think just having these minecarts chill up here whenever they're sent up and then I manually unload them, like, it's kind of unfortunate. But I do think in the future we will find a workaround to it. Oh, I know what I have to do. And I can't do it in today's episode, but... I just realized our fix to this problem is going to be super, super epic, and we actually aren't going to need these rails, but we'll save them for a later date because we've pretty much got the rails completed, and it suits our needs for now. So until that day where I have too many farms and too many items to deal with, this should be more than fine. All right, so for a little test one, we have a minecart with a chest, and it's going to slap it down on these rails. We would gather up, in theory, 27 stacks of items. We then put as much as we can fit in here and then send it off on its way where it should go all the way to the warehouse. And right here where we can unload the goodies, slap them in this hopper right here, and then I think just kind of push it back. Or maybe we could break it, but pushing is more fun. And then it'll be ready for its next use. We could also send multiple at a time if we have a ton of items there. The hopper minecarts will just kind of vibe up there until we've emptied them out and then sent them on the way back. So I really like this system. It's not perfect, but then again, I was asking for something really complicated and I didn't think it through too much. But there you have it. 2 mob farms together that make over 10,000 items per hour, and then a rail system that transports all of our goodies into our automated sorting warehouse. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you smack that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, check out these videos in the Spanning Hardcore series, and I'll see you all in the next one.